What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Nikolai Espresso, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. This one is going to be a little bit different than previous videos and other videos you might be used to seeing here up on the channel. This one is, again, a free-form one, a little bit more of just me speaking my mind, giving my piece, because, well, for those that don't know, that don't have a Twitter, don't follow the COD community really in depth, well, there's a lot of turmoil that is going on right now, a lot of drama, and really, I don't really ever put myself into that kind of stuff, and I don't really ever see the need to really touch on it, but this is now to the point where even myself, somebody that I think is really conservative, somebody that is really just never touches on this stuff, I feel like I need to say something here about it and say my piece because, well, a lot of people are now jumping on the hate bandwagon for pretty much all Call of Duty YouTubers, more specifically the bigger ones, but that then in turn trickles down to anybody that has a semi-decent following within Call of Duty, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, the allegations and accusations thrown around are just asinine because everybody is now treating everybody like they are just horrible people, that they're selling out, they're doing anything for views, stuff like that. Basically what I'm getting at is, if that you have not heard of this, there have been Call of Duty YouTubers that have been pointed out now for getting COD points from Activision. And the backstory here of this, without any knowledge of it, everybody's going into it with saying, oh, we got a riot now, these guys are taking all the shady business that Activision does in the back and trying to screw over all these other YouTubers and all the other COD players, because the way that they see it is that these COD points then will then market people to buy COD points, which then in turn encourages the supply drop system in its current state, which, don't get me wrong, it's taken a lot more of a better turn as of recently with the bribes, and with more of those being able to come out in the future, it's a nicer way to be able to do that, but the supply drop system is still very flawed. But with that said, everybody now thinks that this is now endorsing all of this, it's going to encourage this, and the supposed parties involved are completely selling out. Now, be that as it may, if you see that, well then I can't really change your viewpoint, but let's talk about the details, the specifics that you might not know without digging around. For those that did not know, the codes that were supposedly given out were given out in December when COD points were first introduced, and at that point, it was cosmetic only. There was really nothing that anybody hated at that point because, well, it's nothing that changes the game, it's not pay to win, you're just trying to get some cosmetic stuff. It's almost like a little bit more of a degraded version of knives and skins in CSGO. It doesn't change anything with how the weapons play, it doesn't change how the players play, it just is a nice little cosmetic piece that your character can sport within the in-game playing experience. At that point in time, that's all it was. There was no weapons introduced in supply drops until February with our first DLC weapons and the weapon drops that followed thereafter. So the timing is completely out of question. It doesn't match up at all for these allegations to be going around. Secondly, I know for a fact, and I know personally, some of these YouTubers that are in question, they gave them away immediately. I remember seeing the tweets, and I have talked to them previously about this. There are really no connection here to them taking bribes from Activision or anything like that, and it's not even really a bribe because, well, if you want to look at a business model in any other aspect outside of Call of Duty, it's the same thing that happens everywhere. Nike, for example, just signed LeBron James to a lifetime deal of over $1 billion, and he's gonna get free stuff for that and get paid to endorse their products. So with that said, getting some free COD points at one point in time is not the groundbreaking and be-all end-all of the Call of Duty community. And for those that pay more attention to gaming, say, Scuff sends pro players free controllers, G Fuel sends free product to their endorsers, Control Freak sends stuff to sponsors and endorsers as well. It's literally just a basic business model, and all the hate is really not that needed. I don't even see how it makes sense to attack these guys for not only one being a part of a routine business decision. Sure, it might be the first time that this has happened in Call of Duty and sent up a little bit of a red flag because of that, but with that said, it's nothing out of the ordinary. Now, why is this happening? Well, because it's one, the hate bandwagon, and the people that are behind it that really started this whole conspiracy about Activision not really even paying attention to the smaller guys, they're using the bigger guys to push their agenda out there. Well, that was perpetrated by some people that really like to ride the hate bandwagon and therefore then gain out of it with their own publicity because, well, for those that don't know how YouTube works and how search algorithms work and all that kind of stuff, the people that are at the top are already built into that. They're already searched enough. So whenever you put their names into, say, a YouTube video title calling somebody out, well, then they're going to hop on board and be attached to the searches that go along for those names, and they'll often pop up a lot closer because that is something that everybody loves to ride the hate bandwagon. So they're doing it for their own personal gain, and there's not really any validity behind it. So Is it something that we should pay attention to as a collective community? Absolutely not. Is it something that, if this persists, should we maybe take a step back and say, hold up, wait a second. Maybe that's really all up to your own personal opinion, but right now, the instances that are in question, I don't think that it is in any way, shape, or form anything to be worried about, and I certainly don't think that we should try and topple any hard work that somebody's put in for years and years of their YouTube channel just because of one normal business decision. But that is only my piece. That is where I stand on it. I would love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Obviously, you guys do not have to have anywhere near the same thoughts as I do. I just wanted to say my piece here, and honestly, the funniest thing out of this is there were a couple of people that actually asked if I got COD points whenever I went out to LA. That's something that, you know, I guess it's a valid question because I did go out there, but I did not. For the record, I did not get any COD points, but nonetheless, that's gonna wrap it up here today, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed, and if you guys are new, subscribe to the channel because we're on that road to 40,000 subscribers, so every little bit does help and is, of course, greatly appreciated. But mine has been a cool Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care, and peace.